Okay, so hello students. So today we'll solve some numericals of quantum mechanics, and these are very important for competitive examinations. For example, assistant professor examinations, right? So we'll do the numericals as well as the concept behind those numericals, right? So that you'll understand कि कैसा क्वेश्चन होगा, किस तरह का अप्रोच होगा उसके behind, right? So let's try to solve the question. The first question is on your screen, that a particle of mass m is confined in a box of having length a, and it is allowed to move on the x-axis, along the x-axis, and what is the total energy of this particle, right? So very simple question. So 1D box is given to us, 0 to a, and particle of mass m is inside this. They have not directly written that this is 1D box, fine, but we can assume, we can think that this is a 1D box, fine. Now for 1D box we already know what is the energy. ठीक है, आपको करने की जरूरत नहीं होगी. That energy is En is pi square h cut square n square over 2m a square. Fine, this is the energy. Now they have written in terms of h, so we know that h cut is nothing but h over 2 pi. So you can easily write down, this will become now h square n square divided by 8m a square. So the answer is this one. Now question is very simple and straightforward. Why I have included this question here? So that you can understand कि एनर्जी एक्चुअल में होती क्या है, एनर्जी एंड वेव फंक्शन ऑफ 1D बॉक्स. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, देन आई विल समराइज बोथ द क्वेश्चन. Same kind of question, and they have given the wave function of particle in 1D box is this. ठीक है, this is the wave function. Find out the normalization constant. Same kind of thing. 0 to a, and wave function is given to us. And what is the wave function? A sine n pi x by a. Then what is the value of a? ठीक है, कैसे करते हैं नॉर्मलाइजेशन? यू ऑलरेडी नो हाउ टू डू द नॉर्मलाइजेशन. वेरी सिंपल. टू नॉर्मलाइज एनीथिंग वी कैन डू माइनस इन्फिनिटी टू इन्फिनिटी mod square dx. This should be 1. This is the normalization condition, right? Now for this particular case we can change the limit from 0 to a. ठीक है, I am not doing this one, but you know when you do this normalization you will find out under root 2 by a. This is the answer. Now this you already know that then I can write down the wave function, that psi x is nothing but under root 2 by a sine n pi x by a, and energy you already know, n square pi square h cut square over 2m a square. Fine. Now if I ask you that what will happen, that instead of 0 to a, if I put 0 to 2a, then what is the wave function and what is the energy? So remember this a is nothing, this one, this is not this one, this is the length between this. A is nothing but the total length. So generalized formula क्या होगा? The generalized formula is psi x is nothing but under root 2 by length. You have to write down the square of this length. A होगा तो a, 2a होगा तो 2a, जो भी होगा. You have to find out the length, and then sine n pi x by again length. And same you have to do with energy as well, that n square pi square h cut square divided by 2m लेंथ स्क्वायर. फाइन, तो जो भी लेंथ होगा, 0 to a होगा तो a होगा, 0 to a to a. Let's suppose it is from minus a to a, then what is the length? 2a. If it is minus 2a to 2a, then it is 4a. It can be anything. This is one thing. One more important thing here, that this is the asymmetric potential is given to from 0 to A. कुछ इस तरह का सिचुएशन हो तो आपके पास में 0 to minus A, then what you will do? Remember, if this is also the asymmetric potential, positive side हो या negative side हो, both the cases the wave function is same and energy is also same. No change. Remember, there is no change. Okay? Change कहाँ होगा? If it is a symmetric potential, let's suppose it is from minus A to A, then this is symmetric around the zero. जो पॉजिटिव में है उतना ही पोटेंशियल नेगेटिव में. In this kind of situation, again there is no change in energy. There is no change in energy. There is a slight change in wave function. और वो क्या होगा? There are two type of wave functions now. One is अंडर रूट 2 बाई, अभी मैं एक ही फॉर्म में लिख रहा हूं, साइन एन पाई एक्स बाई ए एंड रूट 2 बाई ए कोस एन पाई एक्स बाई ए. कौन सा कब होगा? ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, आप ग्राउंड स्टेट से स्टार्ट करो, कंफ्यूजन ही नहीं होगा. ग्राउंड स्टेट इज एन इज इक्वल टू 1, देन फर्स्ट एक्साइटेड स्टेट 2, 3. ग्राउंड में कोस से स्टार्ट होगा, ध्यान रखो, कोस देन साइन कोस साइन कोस साइन कोस साइन कोस साइन. तो कोस किस में आएगा? कोस इज द सिमेट्रिक वेव फंक्शन. दिस इज फॉर n is equals to odd number 1, 3, 5 and so on, and this is for n is equals to 2, 4, 6 and so on. ठीक है, इस तरह से याद ना रहे, you just remember this one. You'll start from the cos if potential is symmetric. ठीक है, so just remember these concepts behind this kind of question. Fine. Okay, let's see the next question. This is a very simple and straightforward question, that electron is confined in a box of length 10 to the power minus 10 meter. What is the minimum uncertainty in the velocity if uncertainty in position is given to us delta x? Very simple, you know the uncertainty principle. Delta x, delta p is greater than equals to h cut, or sometimes it is h cut by 2 as well. Fine. And what is p? P is nothing but mv. So what is delta p? M delta v you can put here. So this is delta x into m delta v greater than h cut by 2. So what is delta v here? This is h cut over, sorry, this 2 is not there, आंसर में नहीं है तो मैं हटा रहा हूं. So this is m delta f. This is the answer, h cut over m delta f. Very simple question. आपको याद क्या रखना है? This formula only. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Okay, see the next question. Again, this is very interesting question. Eigen value of this operator on eigen function. आपको operator given है, the function is given to us. We have to find out the eigen value. Now, what is the condition to find out the eigen value if operator is given to us? We already know if A is any operator, and if you apply on any function, this is not the eigen function, any function, random function, and you will get this kind of thing, A and phi. If this condition is satisfied, क्या कंडीशन है? दोनों साइड वेव फंक्शन सेम आ रहा है, इधर भी और इधर भी, एंड दिस इज द रियल नंबर, देन आई कैन से दैट दिस इज द आइगन वैल्यू एंड दिस इज द आइगन फंक्शन. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दिस कंडीशन. अप्लाई दिस कंडीशन. A is this, wave function is this, use it. Del square over dx square, apply on e to the power 2x, this will give you not 2, this will give you 4, because we are doing 2 times. So this will become 4 e to the power 4. Now you see the wave function is same to both sides. The wave function दोनों साइड में सेम होगा तो क्या होगा? I can say that this is the eigenvalue. 4 is the eigenvalue. This is very important to understand in this kind of question कि eigenvalue कब होगी और eigen function कब होगा. ठीक है, this condition must be satisfied. जैसे मैं आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. Let's suppose that operator is this. d by dx is the operator, and let's suppose wave function is sin x, and they are asking that find out the eigenvalue for this. So what you can do? d by dx sin x. So when you apply this, what you will get? Cos x. यहाँ क्या होगा? 1 होगा. Can I say that this 1 is the eigenvalue? Is it possible? No, this is not possible. Why? Because wave function is different from both the sides. If you encounter this kind of situation, then this is not the eigen function. Sorry, eigenvalue. Just remember this. Fine. Okay. The next question. Okay. The question is, a wave function is given to us 3 cos theta e to the power minus iota phi. Then find out the commutator of del over del phi and del over del theta. How to do this? Very simple. What is commutator operator? If two operator A and B are given to us, then this is nothing but AB minus B, right? Here I can say that this is A, let's suppose, and let's suppose this is B. And function is also given to us. So I can apply this on this function. So I can say del over del phi, del over del theta, when we can apply on this function. So what you will get? First term is AB. AB is nothing but del over del phi and then del over del theta, and this will operate on psi. This will operate on psi. So this is the first operator, first term. So what is the meaning of this term? First will operate del over del theta on psi. उसका जो आंसर आएगा उस पर हम करेंगे del over del phi minus opposite of this del over del phi, and this will become del psi by del theta. This is the important thing in this question which we have to remember कि कब कौन सा अप्लाई करना है. Now you see del over del phi as it is. What is del over del theta on this function? This is nothing but minus sin theta. This is minus 3 sin theta e to the power minus iota phi minus del over del phi as it is. Now del over del, sorry, it's a mistake, theta, okay, sorry, this is theta and this is phi. Okay. So this is theta and phi is nothing but this will give you minus 3 iota cos theta e to the power minus iota phi. Now again differentiate this with respect to phi, so this will give you 3 iota sin theta e to the power minus iota phi. This minus and this minus plus. And what is this thing? With respect to theta, again minus sin theta. So this is minus 3 iota sin theta e to the power minus iota. You can cancel both the terms. Answer is B. This is the answer. तो इसमें the important thing क्या है इसमें? That how you are applying these operators on the wave function side. और थोड़ा भी गड़बड़ कर दो इधर उधर तो आंसर भी लिखो. Fine. Okay then, let's see the next question. A particle constrained to move along the x-axis is described by this wave function 2x from x equals to 0 to 1 and 0 otherwise. Find out the probability of finding this particle from 0 to 0.4. how to find out the probability when wave function is given to? Very simple. Let me write down the formula. Let's suppose probability of finding the particle in any region A to B. General formula. So I can say A to B mod psi square dx divided by normalization of the wave function. Right? So we can do the normalization. So what is the normalization of this wave function? Minus infinity to infinity mod psi square dx. This is the normalization. For this particular problem, I can say A to B is nothing but 0 to 0.4. So I can say this is 0 to 0.4, and this is nothing but square of the wave function. So this is 4x square dx divided by, what is normalization? Limit is from 0 to 1, 4x square dx. Let's find out. So this is nothing but, I can say 4 by 3 x cube 0 to 0.4 divided by, what is this thing? Again 4 by 3 x cube 0 to 1. This and this is cancelled. 0.4 whole cube. This is 0.0064. Now very important thing. Check this in answer. You are not getting any answer. How? The problem with this question in answer is they have not included this part, normalization part. But technically you have to include the normalization part. Whenever you are dealing with the probability, you have to include the normalization of it. Now you may ask this question that why we are using the normalization. See, just remind the normalization condition. What is the normalization condition? Minus infinity to infinity mod psi square or psi square, whatever you can call it. This should be 1. What is the meaning of this thing? Let's understand with an example. Let's suppose you are dealing with particle in 1D box. 0 to A and particle is inside A. This is the whole region 0 to A. Now if I ask you that what is the probability of finding the particle in this whole region 0 to A? That probability is 1. Right? इससे ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकती. Probability cannot exceed 1. Maximum probability 1 ही possible है. Right? The maximum probability should be 1. It cannot exceed 1. This is the reason of doing the normalization. इसलिए हम normalization करते हैं. Otherwise probability ज़्यादा चला जाएगा. Same thing we are doing here also. कि आपको उसको normalize करना पड़ेगा ताकि जो ऊपर की probability है उसका एक से ज़्यादा ना हो. Whenever you are dealing with probability, you have to normalize the way. क्या इन्होंने नहीं किया है? If you do without normalization, you will get this. You will get that. But in examination, you have to do that. Reason मैं आपको बताइए तो normalization करते हैं. Fine. Okay, then let's see the next question. A particle of mass m is confined in a 3D box of length a, 2a and 2a. The potential inside box is 0 and infinite outside. The energy of first sector. So what is the question again? 1D box, infinite 1D box, or 3D box? It is 3D box. 0 to a, y 0 to a, z is 0 to particle. How to find out? always remember, if you know the energy and wave function, then that means you can easily find out what you have to do. Always remember this concept. अगर 1D में आपको given है wave function, for example, ground state में I can say one 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 possibly one से नीचे possible नहीं, zero is not possible for the right. This is the ground state energy. So for ground state I can put one one, but हमें चाहिए क्या? First excitation. First excitation में क्या क्या possibility है? The first possibility is one. One, this is one possibility. Possibilities that 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2 दोनों में सेम ही एनर्जी आएगा. These two terms are same, these lengths are same. Let's try to find out the energy in this also. In this case, energy is h square over 8m square. This is simply 1 plus, for this one I can say this is again 1, 4 by 4, and this is 1 by 4. So this energy is nothing but h square over 8m square. And what is this? 4 plus 4, 8, 9 by 4. 9 by 4. Now you have to see that this energy and this energy, दोनों में से कौन सी कम है? Because that is the first excited state. Lower energy कौन सा होगा? This one is the lower energy. ये कहाँ है? देखिए, this one is the answer. Right? So this is very important in these kind of questions. कि आपके पास में different degeneracies होंगी. There are 3 degeneracies. This and this. You have to find out that which one is the minimum energy. That is the first excited state. अगर वो सेकंड एक्साइटेड स्टेट पूछता तो हम क्या बोलते हैं, दिस वन इज द सेकंड एक्साइटेड स्टेट, right? So you have to find out the energy correspond to all the degeneracies. Then only you are able to find out कि कौन सा first excited state होगा, कौन सा second. Fine. Okay. Let's see the next question. This is very simple and straightforward question. That polyspin matrices satisfy the which relation? Now, these are the straightforward questions. In examination, you have to directly remember these relations. आपको करना नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं करना है कि सिग्मा एक्स निकालने बैठ जाओ वहां पे, सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई, व्हाट इज दिस वैल्यू 0 0 1 1, which is alpha minus alpha 0 0, sigma z is 1 1 1 minus 1 0 0. तो आपको करना नहीं है, फिर यहाँ इसको मैंने अल्फा बीटा लिखा हुआ, दिस इज नथिंग बट सिग्मा अल्फा सिग्मा बीटा सिग्मा गामा. क्या रिलेशन है, यू रिमेंबर दिस रिलेशन व्हेन यू डू कम्यूटेशन ऑफ सिग्मा अल्फा सिग्मा बीटा और सिग्मा एक्स सिग्मा वाई, 2 आयोटा सिग्मा गामा और सिग्मा जेड. किया था तो 2D में भी लिख सकते हैं. व्हाट इज द एनर्जी, एनर्जी इज नथिंग बट पाई स्क्वायर एच कट स्क्वायर बाई 2m, क्योंकि लेंथ सेम है तो मैं एल ही लिख देता हूं, ये 2ml स्क्वायर एंड दिस इज nx स्क्वायर प्लस ny स्क्वायर, राइट. एंड दिस एनर्जी इज ऑलरेडी गिवन टू अस. व्हाट इज दिस एनर्जी, 65 pi square h cut square divided by 2ml square. Now if you compare these two terms, what you will get, I can say that nx square plus ny square is nothing but 65. Now to find out the degeneracy, we have to see the combination of nx and ny such that you will get the 65. Now what are the possible combinations? Now here you have to think, what are the possible combinations? Think about it. The first combination, can I say 1 and 4? If it is 1 and it is 4, that will give you the 65. Now if this is the combination, reverse is also possible, 4 1, right? What is other possibilities? One possibility is, let's suppose this is 4 and this is 7 and 7 4. These are the 4 possibilities. इसके अलावा और कुछ नहीं होगा. So can I say that these are the 4 degeneracy? Degeneracy is 4. Answer be given as 4. Agree? But I am saying that this answer is wrong. Why? And remember, these kind of mistakes are very common. हमेशा ऐसी मिस्टेक्स होती हैं. थिंक अबाउट कि क्या मिस्टेक है इसमें. हमने कैलकुलेशन पूरा सही किया है, वी हैव फाइंड आउट द degeneracy, 4 भी है, आंसर में भी 4 है, बट स्टिल आई एम सेइंग दैट दिस आंसर इज रॉन्ग. Why? The thing is, just read the question carefully. They have given a fermion of mass m. This is a fermion, and fermion are nothing but the spin half particle. और spin का हमें पता है, there are 2 spin degeneracy, 1/-1/2 and 1/2. So you have to include the spin degeneracy as well. This is very important. तो स्पिन डिजेनरेसी इंक्लूड करेंगे तो क्या होंगे, 4 स्टेट है, हर एक स्टेट की 2 अलग से स्टेट होंगी, स्पिन स्टेट्स, टोटल आर 8, 4 multiplied by 2. So the correct answer is this one. That's why we are doing this question here. Very common mistake, होगा ही होगा एग्जाम में. Only thing is, if you have practiced a lot, बहुत ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस करके रखे हुए हो, then you are able to understand कि अच्छा फर्मियन दिया हुआ है, फर्मियन देखते ही समझ जाओ, you have to include the spin as well. Fine. So just be careful by doing these kind of questions. ऐसा नहीं है कि आंसर मिला और टेक्स्ट आपने मार्क कर दोगे दिस इज द आंसर. Read the question carefully. Fine. Let's see the next one. Yeah, this is again interesting question. That energy of a system of 19 electrons in 3D isotropic harmonic oscillator. So what is given to us? Harmonic oscillator is given to us. And for harmonic oscillator we know the energy n plus 1/2 h cut omega, right? But this is in 3D. 3D में हम क्या कर देंगे, we already know in 3D we can add the energies of all the dimensions. So first dimension is nx plus 1/2 h cut. Now here I am putting omega x because frequency can be different in different direction. x में omega x हो सकती है, y में omega y, z में omega z. So I am writing this plus y direction ny plus 1/2 h cut omega y, and z direction nz plus 1/2 h cut omega z direction. ठीक है, this is the general formula. Now in the question they have given that it's an isotropic harmonic oscillator. Isotropic means omega x is equals to omega y is equals to omega z. All the frequencies are same in the 3 directions. And let's suppose this is omega. So if you do this thing, then what is energy? Now I can take h cut omega common, so this will become nx plus ny plus nz, and this is 1/2 1/2 1/2. This will give you 3/2 h cut omega. Further I can write it like this, n plus 3 by 2 h cut omega. This is the energy of isotropic harmonic oscillator, where n is nothing but nx plus ny plus nz. This is the energy. Now it is a 3D case, then of course there should be a degeneracy. How to find out the degeneracy? देखो एक तो तरीका है कि degeneracy के लिए आप nx ny nz की different values choose करो, and that is very complicated. So how we will do for isotropic case? This is for especially isotropic case. What is the degeneracy? Very simple. The degeneracy is nothing but 1 by 2 n plus 1 n plus 2. This is the degeneracy. Now you can easily find out the degeneracy. Fine, right? Or n will start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now you have to find out the total energy for 19 electrons. कैसे करें? First see the energy levels. First one is the ground state. N is equals to 0. So for n is equals to 0, what is the degeneracy? Check here. When you put n is equals to 0 and n is equals to 0, so you will get only 1. So degeneracy is 1. But again, these are electrons. Remember. So you have to include the spin degeneracy. You have to include the spin degeneracy. Now you can fill the electrons. 1 electron here, 1 electron here. So degeneracy is 2 and total electrons are also, you can fill the 2 electrons in the ground state. 2 electrons fill हो गए, बचे कितने? 17. Let's see the n is equals to 1. N is equals to 1. When you put n is equals to 1, what is the degeneracy? 3 is the degeneracy. 3 is the degeneracy, right? But again, there is a spin. So you have to include the spin also. So 3 multiplied by 2. The total degeneracy is 6. So you can fill the 6 electrons. क्योंकि एक स्टेट में सिर्फ एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आप फिल कर सकते हो when you include the spin. The total electrons are 6. तो कितने हो गए? 6 plus 2, 8. Still we have electrons. Let's see n is equals to 2. So for n is equals to 2, what is degeneracy? When you put n is equals to 2, so degeneracy is 6 is the degeneracy. And when you include the spin, total degeneracy is 12. That means you can fill the 12 electrons here. But हमारे पास कितने बचे हैं? Instead of 12, we will have only 11 electrons. 11 यहाँ आएंगे, 6 यहाँ है और 2 यहाँ है. Now you can find out the total energy in this state. Ground state energy कितना होगा? You can put n is equals to 0 here. 3 by 2 h cut omega. And total number of electrons are 2 plus first excited state 5 by 2 h cut omega. Total number of electrons are 6 plus third n is equals to 2. So this is 7 by 2 h cut omega. And total number of electrons are 11. यहाँ 12 नहीं कर देना है, 11 only, because we have left with 11 electrons. Do this calculation. So this will become 3 h cut omega. This will become plus 15 h cut omega. Fine. And this will become 77 divided by 2. 35, 36, 38.5 h cut omega. Now you can add all these. So this would be around 13, 41, 51, 56.5 h cut omega. So the best answer is this one. Okay. So in this kind of question, again I am saying, just remember, if fermion and electrons are given to you, then you have to include the spin degeneracy as well. Otherwise आप सारा कैलकुलेशन कर लोगे, उसके बाद भी आंसर गलत हो जाएगा, आपकी मेहनत भी खराब होगी. Fine. Also, how to find out the degeneracy. Fine. Okay, then this is all about for today's lectures. The rest we will do in the next class. Okay, fine. Thank you.